So the final battle of Yowamushi Pedal Season 2 is going to be between Monami and Onoda. I could say I could have saw this coming. It's kind of saddening that we're not going to have, like, a four-way race towards the end, but still, Monami at the end, oh my god, like, the 10 gears. He went up gears on a slope. That right there is scary as fuck. Like, it is really, really scary for what Monami is doing in this episode. Going up gears, making the pedals heavier on him, hurting his leg. Yo, he's hurting his legs. It's getting harder and harder to pedal, and he's still doing it. He is racing up there with high cadence and going for the gears. Like, oh my god. Imagine if Onoda could do that too. Like, imagine if Onoda learned to use his gears properly, or if he did that a lot. I mean, imagine the monster Onoda would be if he could do something like that. Like, yo. So, this episode, hype building once again for Monami. Like, this entire episode is just demonstrating the monstrous power behind Monami and how dangerous he is as a racer. Like, he's a straight up danger because this dude, he's at the final stretch of the race. He's at the final stretch. Like, he is in front. He is near the top of the summit. And he can let loose and go all out. Like, there is no limitations. He doesn't really have to worry if his legs give out because he has no limitations. He can continue to pump until he passes that finish line, then he can stop. So, right now, Monami, he is a monster. Like, seriously, he's getting faster and faster, and then he goes into his final gear right at the end of this episode, and then episode cliffhangers, that's when he presses the button. So, it sucks. It sucks, but still, just to see how he is so unbelievably fast and putting so much pressure on his legs, like, his pedals are getting heavier and heavier as he's pumping those pedals, it's crazy. It really is. And it goes to show you why Monami's had slight hype, the slow hype build-up since the very beginning and introduction of his character, because he's like a glass cannon. And that is actually how you can take Monami in this episode of Yowamushi Pedal. He's pretty much introduced as a glass cannon. Every time he shifts up higher and higher into his gears, he's putting more pressure and weight on his pedals and, like, his legs, to where his legs will tire out faster. And so, even though he's getting this unbelievable potential and this unbelievable speed, he can, like, only use this probably once per day or maybe even race, because that is how much strain I'm saying it's doing to his legs. Because to be able to do 10 gears pushing yourself like that, oh man, you're done. Once you stop or once you let go of those gears, you're done. Like, you're straight up done. You're going to collapse over. And so, here's the way it's going to end. Since we're in the final stretch of the Inter-High, like, I don't know if any of the other characters are going to come up and try to catch up to Monami and Onoda, but I'm going to assume that Onoda and Monami are the final two that are going to be competing in this Inter-High, and it's going to determine the winner. So, the Hakone Academy or Sohoku. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to take this. Will Onoda win? I mean, he's the main character, I'm assuming that, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, Onoda has high cadence. He really does. And I mean, at the end, you can see how he's slightly catching up to Monami. He's still keeping up when he was at his 8th and 9th gear. So you can assume Onoda's going to be able to keep up, but the only way I could see Onoda winning this, like, or catching up and staying with Monami, is if he also shifts up gears. He would have to sit up and lean over his, his handlebars, like, majority of all the other racers do, and he needs to shift up gears. That's what I think Onoda needs to do. If he does that, then this might become completely fair, and then we'll have an epic battle. So, we're getting closer and closer to the finale of the Inter-High. It's getting closer and closer. We're about to finally see the conclusion of this race that's been ongoing since, like, the middle of Season 1. Like, yeah, you realize this has been ongoing for over, like, 30 episodes now? Yeah, it has. Like, damn, it is almost 40, actually, if I think about it. Holy crap. So, yeah, this Inter-High has been long. Very, very long. And I am really looking forward to seeing how this ends. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, how do you feel about the glass cannon Monami? How do you feel about the hype build up, the backstory, how he feels lonely traveling up the summit, all sorts of stuff like that. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.